Hey, I just wanted to talk quickly about scene safes. So the way to make a certain channel safe is to hold the safes button down and push the mix button, just like it says, for the channel that you're talking about. When you do that, this safe light comes on. What does that mean? That means that when you go from scene to scene, these channels won't change. So this means it's scene recall safe. So especially when we do song by song scenes, what we don't want is for Spotify music to suddenly turn on and become unmuted because it happened to be that way when the scene was recorded. So safing a channel means that the levels can't jump or unmute themselves or mute themselves on you when you go from song to song. So as a rule, all the wireless stuff I want to control manually for speech. The speech subgroup I want to control manually. The room mics we're setting manually as you go from song to song, the record level, and the main level. So all those things should have this safe light on, and if they don't, that's how you would change that, is holding safe and pushing the mix button. And that means all the other instruments and everything else will change its level and change its EQ and change all the other stuff based on what those settings were when you saved the scene that you're going to. But things that include, playback music and wireless, we want scenes to not change what those things are doing so that something won't get suddenly loud or suddenly mute itself in the middle of someone talking or something like that. The other things that are safe, even though they don't have the safe light on, is most of the parameters of DCAs. So the DCA levels won't jump and they won't mute and unmute themselves, but because the reason the safe light isn't on is because things like the member groups of a DCA and other parts of what makes a DCA work are changing from scene to scene. So only part of this is scene safed. And where I do that is in the global safes section, where I've gone in and you can unpack all these parameters, and it's menu and menu and menu to decide. So this half circle means that some element of this is safed and some of it is not. And that's why you have a half circle, is that when you unpack these menus, you'll see that some things are safe and some things aren't safe. Okay? So that is scene safes and how to do it for individual channels.